countries to make money. There are very few poor countries in this world. Most countries are rich. The Philippines are rich. Brazil is rich. Mexico is rich. Chile is rich. Only the people are poor. But there's billions to be made there, to be carved out and to be taken. There's been billions for 400 years. The capitalist European and North American powers have carved out and taken the timber, the flax, the hemp, the cocoa, the rum, the tin, the copper, the iron, the rubber, the bauxite, the slaves, and the cheap labor. They have taken out of these countries. These countries are not underdeveloped, they're overexploited.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 6 and verse 11. The earth also was corrupt before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule well, who taught me this truth. Enough respect and salutations to the fellow AHTHAM, the house of David, the hopefully elect. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, Barakatham to you, AHTHAM, as well as the sincere YAHAWAH that are listening and learning. This is your brother YAHAWASHI from the Birmingham branch coming to you again with this 100% doctrine. Genesis 6 and 11 again. The earth also was corrupt before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence. And this is what you get from the rulers that be, the rulers at hand. You know, we got your small time crime, the Jake, you know, the so-called black on black. All right. You got your certain militias. You got your certain far left and far right extremist groups. All right. You have the alphabet communities. You have the Antifa, they clashing. Yeah. But on a bigger scale, where does that violence come from? Where does that corruption come from? You could just read Job at 9:24. This is verse 12, Genesis 6 and 12. And the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt. For all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. Now, when you read into Genesis 6 and Genesis 7, okay, we're speaking of the flood. We're speaking of Noah, all right, and what he did and why he was found righteous. Well, he was preaching the word of the Most High. He was prophesying on things to come, the things that have not been seen. And this is what we're here to do. So in this case, we're using tangible evidence, such as that opening clip. All right, Michael Parenti, an activist scientist, a political scientist. Once you dig deep enough, you do your own research without the schools, without the credentials, without the degrees, okay, you're going to eventually stumble upon the truth. And this is what's taking place now. This light has been lit by Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, and now it is exposing the darkness, man. You understand? And how does he take control of certain nations? How is she loud and stubborn and neither keepeth at home? You know? Well, the earth is given into his hand first and foremost, right? He covered up the faces of the judges thereof. Then also, you have the ultimate blessing, which is the sword. Takes us to Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Meaning the lands, okay, that these devils pretty much divide and conquer and divide, are rich in resources. You understand? South America, North America are very rich in substances and resources. And this is why this devil dwells there, dwell here, and dwell everywhere. You see? And this is how the kingdom are translated from one people to another. Hey, we just mentioned about the people in the Congo that found all that gold. All right? Just gold, just been there. And they the inhabitants thereof, they stumbled up on that gold, and it was on World Star for a second, but you haven't heard anything about it, man. You know? Esau, you have to answer for that, man. You know? You don't know if they went in and bombed or sent a plague or what have you, man. You know? But this is so true. You see? Billions of dollars and resources and substances they have extracted from the earth not only the earth, but the people that inhabits those lands. Habakkuk 2, verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, and neither keepeth at home. So this man is super proud. How is he proud? By the way of his strength, by the way of his blessing. His military through the sword, by his military, man. If you don't cooperate, it says, "Who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." And this is why everybody coins America, Babylon the Great, a big melting pot. When you go to these certain cities, you damn near have every nation under the sun, man. In these cities, man. You see? But this man transgresses by his wine, his policies, his legislations, his thought process. All right? You actually have a movement of vile, men, and women working that which is unseemly, man. Because of who? Because of him, man. You see? Because of Job and 9 and 24, man. Everything this man pushed out is adverse to the scriptures. When you have over 700 military bases in over 100 countries nowadays, you have a you have a problem, man. You got amnesia. You forget where you're supposed to be. You understand? This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. Yeah. How did he make the earth drunken, man? Because this is how he transgressed by the wine which he pushes out, man, to these nations, to these foreigners, these heathens. Okay? It says the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And why? Because now the nations are being showed this motherfucking nakedness, man. You see? Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHWASHI has lifted up her skirt, man. All right? To show the world her vileness, her unpleasantness, her unrighteousness, her inequalities, her gathering to herself everything and leave the people to fend for themselves, man. So when you do that to the people, you're not only doing it to the inhabitants, but you're doing it unto the lands that they stay on, man. Therefore the nations are mad. And this is what you get. And see, we have to go to the history to know, all right, who the corporate is, how to identify, all right, the one that sets himself up as the one and only. He does that, man. He know how to tell you to eat. He know how to tell you to bathe. He know how to tell you the proper etiquette of things. Hey, this devil ain't nothing but a few hundred years removed from being on all fours, man. If you know this guy, who he really is, man. Revelation 17 and 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. See, many waters, we're going into something that is plural now. Meaning what? The over 700 bases in 100 countries. And that seems like overkill. So it can't be anybody else but Esau, Edom, the few, the proud, the Marines. And the few goes into their low birthright, man. They didn't even know they was talking about themselves, man. Now it's not no elitist, all right, of who can get in here. Because what? Anybody that identifies with any type of gender they are, no matter what they were born with, they can be in the damn army, man. And who pushed that policy out there, man? Who pushes that policy? The people that you have thought you voted for, man. Jake, you see? Verse 2, it says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. How did they do that, man? Sipping that wine, getting drunk, so they can look up on their nakedness and say, aha, I got you. All right, therefore you're in a trick bag. Therefore you're gonna take the central banks, the central banks of the world money. All right, just for them to come in and set up a fucking McDonald's, man. You know, it says, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And this is how she gets to exploit you, man. Not on, hey, not on, again, not only the inhabitants, all right, but the earth itself, man. The earth is wailing out against this devil, man. You see? Let's go to 18 and verse 2. Salakia. Yeah, 3. Salakia. 18 and 3, Revelation. It says, for all nations, it says all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, man. And all these nations, believe it or not, you know, you can put even China and Russia in there too, man. You see, all these nations have pretty much, you know, laid in bed with this devil, man. You know, laid in bed with this harlot, man. They're under the vibration of America. You know, when you look at the suit and tie, you know, when you look at the translations, the language they use, all right, such as aviation, you have to have a language course on the British language, English language, you know, which is what they call it, American. You have to learn how to speak that in order to be a pilot, man. You see? It says, and the kings of the earth committed fornication with her, and the merchants, so like, let's start at the top. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Again, under the vibration of America. If they got a McDonald's there, they got a Taco Bell, a Dunkin' Donuts, a Starbucks, or anything that we have in America overseas in any other country, it's under the vibration. Even a damn, you have a street light, you know, erected on the corner of your block. That's America vibration, man. You see? It says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And therefore you have, these 3 major presidents that denied, you know, the ouchie Fauci for the whole country. All of a sudden ended up, you know, you know what I'm saying? They end up murked. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, what? Who do you point the finger to, man? It says, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Yeah, and again, that's slowly turning because China is no longer dealing with the, you know, with the dollar, man. Russia don't want to deal with the dollar no more, man. All right, they're dealing with their own form of currency, man. All right, so America is losing up power, man. But we show history, all right, to prove to you further prophecies that has to be fulfilled, man. All right. As a matter of fact, let's go back to Habakkuk, and we'll wrap this up. Habakkuk 2. Let's go to 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And this is what America has been doing since they came back into power, man. All right? Pimping and pandering, man. Plundering and murdering, man. All right? The UN go down and pretty much pop the young women, you know, get them pregnant. And next thing you know, they're extracted. So all you folks out there that have family members in the UN, they got children elsewhere, man. They got children in these third world countries, man. That's been these war-torn countries, and you claim you sending peacekeepers, you know, but they got a fucking Draco in their hand, an AK in their hand, a assault rifle in their hand, but they coming with peace, man. See, let's come on. It says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him which ladeth himself with what? Thick clay. Meaning the debt is overwhelming in here in America, man. And you people still think you finna get up out of poverty. There's not going to be any class and race wars. It's not going to be. You think everything is finna get back to a normal level, man? No. This devil's plan is unraveling before our eyes, man. Because the Lord, the Spirit of the Lord is out here. The light is being revealed. So for that, hey, these nations are going to rise up against you, and the Lord is going to destroy you, man. You know? Let's end this off in Jeremiah 51, verse 25. It says, Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. Oh, who is this destroying mountain, man? All right? Mount Seir, man. It says, Say of the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, which destroyeth all the earth. You see? You neuter and spade the damn animals. All right? You scatter the marine life. You poison and the toxic levels of the sea are just outrageous. You have whole plastic islands out there full of trash and garbage. You polluting the air. You have been polluting the air. You have chemtrails in the air. You have destroyed the crops. I mean, how much more, man? You got 500,000 pounds of chicken tainted, listeria. All right. You release these certain biochemical weapons out on the public, man. So you motherfuckers gonna have to pay, man. You know? You destroyed all the earth, man. It says, I will stretch out mine hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks. Because when you're up, at the pinnacle, of things, nowhere you can go but down. And will make thee a burnt mountain. Meaning it's going to be left desolate. This place is going to be left into ashes. All right? Because you didn't make Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHWASHI your power, man. And that was way from the beginning. So with that, Lord willing, it was edifying and comforting. On to the next one. Shalom.